Welcome back to Gritty Crimes. Tonight, we delve into a case that continues to baffle and haunt the murder of JonBenét Ramsey. December 26, 1996. The festive decorations still adorned the stately Ramsey home in Boulder, Colorado. But the joyous spirit of Christmas had been shattered, replaced by an unspeakable horror. 6-year-old JonBenét Ramsey, a beauty queen in the making, was gone. The frantic 911 call from Patsy Ramsey, JonBenét's mother, crackled through the police dispatcher's headset. Her voice was filled with panic and desperation as she reported that her 6-year-old daughter was missing from their home. The dispatcher could hear the fear and urgency in Patsy's voice, making it clear that this was a dire situation. A ransom note was left behind, a chilling message scrawled in a hurried hand. The note demanded a substantial sum of money for JonBenét's safe return, adding a layer of complexity and dread to the unfolding drama. The contents of the note were perplexing and raised many questions about the motive and identity of the perpetrator. The dispatcher tried to calm the distraught mother as sirens wailed in the background. Emergency response teams were immediately mobilized, their priority being to secure the scene and gather any potential evidence. The dispatcher's calm and professional demeanor was crucial in those initial moments, providing a lifeline to Patsy as she grappled with the horror of her missing child. Police descended upon the affluent neighborhood, their every move documented by a growing media presence. The scene was chaotic, with officers cordoning off the area and beginning their investigation. The flashing lights of police cars illuminated the quiet suburban streets, a stark contrast to the usual tranquility of the neighborhood. The arrival of law enforcement marked the beginning of a long and arduous investigation. Reporters, neighbors, and onlookers gathered, their hushed whispers doing little to mask the palpable tension in the air. The media frenzy was immediate and intense, with news crews setting up their equipment and broadcasting live updates. Neighbors stood in shock, trying to comprehend the gravity of the situation unfolding in their midst. The community was gripped by fear and uncertainty as the search for JonBenét began in earnest. The initial response set the stage for what would become one of the most infamous and perplexing cases in modern history. The ransom note, discovered by Patsy on the spiral staircase, was bizarre. It was lengthy and rambling, demanding a specific sum of money, $118,000, and warning against contacting the authorities. The handwriting was analyzed, scrutinized, yet remained unidentified. The note's odd tone and specific details only deepened the mystery. Was it the work of a deranged individual or a calculated attempt to mislead the investigation? Hours into the investigation, John Ramsey, JonBenét's father, made a chilling discovery. The police had been meticulously combing through the house, searching for any clues that could explain the mysterious disappearance of the young beauty queen. The tension in the air was palpable as every corner of the house was scrutinized. In a windowless room in the basement, concealed beneath a white blanket, lay the small, lifeless body of his daughter. The basement, which had always been a place of storage and forgotten items, now held a dark secret. The sight was heart-wrenching, a parent's worst nightmare come to life. Her mouth was covered with duct tape, a cord found near her body. The forensic team quickly moved in, documenting every detail, every piece of evidence that could potentially lead to the perpetrator. The duct tape and cord were grim reminders of the violence that had been inflicted upon the innocent child. The image of the young girl, her beauty forever frozen in time, shocked the nation. JonBenét Ramsey, with her bright eyes and radiant smile, had captured the hearts of many. The news of her tragic end spread like wildfire, leaving a trail of sorrow and disbelief in its wake. The festive atmosphere of Christmas was replaced with a chilling realization: a child had been murdered. The holiday season, usually filled with joy and laughter, was now overshadowed by grief and mourning. The community, once vibrant with holiday spirit, was now united in their sorrow, as they grappled with the horrifying reality of the crime that had shattered their peace. Section 5. John and Patsy, victims or suspects. The investigation intensified. John and Patsy Ramsey, thrust into the unbearable position of grieving parents, also became the primary focus of the investigation. Their actions, their demeanor, their words, all were scrutinized under the harsh glare of the media spotlight. Were they truly heartbroken parents, desperately seeking justice for their daughter, or were they master manipulators hiding a dark secret within their seemingly perfect family? Section 6. The Ramseys, under scrutiny. The investigation focused on the Ramseys for months. Every aspect of their lives was examined. Their behavior, deemed unusual by some, fueled public speculation. The couple's appearances on national television, their insistence on their innocence only intensified the scrutiny. Despite the relentless pressure, no concrete evidence directly linked John or Patsy Ramsey to the crime. Section 7. The Intruder Theory. As the investigation progressed, the possibility of an intruder gained traction. A broken basement window, seemingly overlooked in the initial chaos, suggested a point of entry. Could an unknown assailant have slipped into the house unnoticed? Theorists latched onto this possibility, pointing to the unusual nature of the ransom note and the seemingly staged crime scene as evidence of an outsider's involvement. Despite years of investigation, countless interviews and forensic analysis, the case remained unsolved. The public remained captivated, offering their own theories and suspicions. Books were written, documentaries filmed, each attempting to unravel the truth behind the tragedy. Was it a family member, driven by a motive yet to be uncovered? Or did a stranger commit this heinous act, leaving behind a trail of cryptic clues and forever altering the lives of those touched by this tragedy? The dawn of the new millennium brought with it advancements in DNA technology. The evidence collected from the crime scene, preserved for years, was re-examined. A DNA profile, belonging to an unknown male, was identified. Could this be the breakthrough investigators had been waiting for? Was this the key to finally identifying JonBenét's killer and bringing closure to this agonizing case? Despite the DNA evidence, the case remained unsolved. The unknown male profile, while offering a glimmer of hope, did not lead to a suspect. Years turned into decades, and the shadow of JonBenét's unsolved murder continued to loom over the city of Boulder. The mystery remained. Who took the life of this young girl? Was it a calculated act of malice, or a crime of opportunity gone horribly wrong? The JonBenét Ramsey case stands as a stark reminder of the complexities of crime. This tragic event, which took place in Boulder, Colorado on Christmas night in 1996, has haunted the public consciousness for decades. The brutal murder of a 6-year-old beauty queen shocked the nation and left a lasting impact on the community. Despite the tireless efforts of law enforcement, the case remains unsolved. The limitations of even the most thorough investigations become evident when we look at the myriad of theories and suspects that have been considered over the years. From family members to intruders, the list of potential perpetrators is long and convoluted. JonBenét's story is one of a life tragically cut short, a family forever scarred by the loss of their beloved daughter, and a community left grappling with unanswered questions. The media frenzy that followed the case only added to the confusion and speculation, making it even harder to separate fact from fiction. The community has held numerous vigils and memorials over the years, hoping to keep JonBenét's memory alive and to seek justice for her untimely death. Local newspapers and media outlets continue to cover the case, keeping it in the public eye and reminding us all of the unresolved nature of this tragic event. Advances in forensic science have provided new hope that one day, the truth behind JonBenét's death may be uncovered. However, the legal battles and dramatic courtroom scenes that have played out over the years have shown just how challenging it is to bring closure to such a complex case. Thank you for joining us on Gritty Crimes. We will continue to explore the dark side of humanity, delving into cases that challenge our understanding of justice and morality. Be sure to like and subscribe for more explorations into the dark side of humanity. Follow us on social media to stay updated on our latest investigations and to join the conversation about these haunting cases.